Breaking news! I am your weather forecast for today, Jack Malatino, with TCM, known as tides, currents, and more. People are getting caught in riptides down in Cocoa Beach, and Ava is on the scene right now. Ava, take it away, please.
Thank you, Jack. We're here on the scene where riptides are taking place. This is how you spot a rip current. You look for the discolored water and you do not swim there. How to escape from a rip current is just swim parallel. And how is this formed? All is formed? It is formed by fast-moving channels of water.
Thanks, Ava. Riptides are very dangerous and you should always try to avoid them. But there are two other kinds of tides. There are spring tides and neap tides. Spring tides are the highest and the lowest of the rise and fall of the water. And neap tides stay like in the middle. They don't get too low, but they don't get way too high. And we'll tell you more information after the break.
Do you want to know if it's high tide or low tide?
Yeah, I do.
Well, if you do, we got this new clock that will tell you if it's high tide or low tide. As you can see, it's high tide from here on this top and low tide down here. Get this at your store today, $9.99.
Thanks, Jack. I'm just going over what the kinds of tides are, what causes them, and what tides are. Tides are the continual rise and fall of water. Tides are caused by the gravitational pull of Earth slightly towards the moon. High tide is on the side closest and furthest from the sun. The other sides are at low tide. Spring tides are the highest and the lowest points of the tides. The moon is in its full and new moon phase during spring tide. The sun and the moon pull the tides with their gravitational pull, causing tides to be at its highest. Believe it or not, the moon is the farthest away when it's at its highest. Neap tides are when the moon is in its first and third quarter phase. Even though the moon is at its closest, it doesn't have the extra strength from the sun to pull. The pull of the sun makes the lowest tide of the neap tide not as small. Thanks for listening. I'll hand it back to Jack.
I'm Jack Malatino from TCM. Thank you for tuning in.
2, 1, go.
I'm Jack Malatino from TCM. Thank you for tuning in to Disney Channel.
Yes, sir!
It's filming.
Tides.
This is the good one.
If I'm looking...
I got it! I got it!